everyone. I've got a quick announcement to make just before the episode begins. In celebration of our 50th episode release next week, we're hosting a little competition on our socials. That's both our Twitter and Instagram. If you want to head on over, there's links in the description. And now, on to the episode.
We are in episode.
Yeah, this is all live challenge.
Schrodinger's episode.
I'm always in episode.
Well, we can use that to start if you'd like.
You want to know how you know when you're in an episode? You don't remember how you got there, but you're there.
Yeah, I do feel like it's like a dream. I'm suddenly now recording an episode instead of shit talking.
If we're recording, it's an episode.
All right. Well, before I start then, I'd like this side of the table, so the opposite side of the table to last time, to pick your Doom dice. 2 dice, please, because I have to roll with advantage sometimes.
You choose first.
I like the green one. I'm going to make him roll this one.
Don't you choose one you fucking hate?
No, but I like it, so it'll be good for me.
Oh, wait. Isn't this what the ones we're making him roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think it'll work for you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a backwards logic. Don't worry about it.
So the ones that we chose last time are the two... That one and the one to the left, right of it.
So that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon this one's got a look about it.
Oh,
Okay.
we're going to give him some Christmas dice.
Yeah, roll those 2 pieces of shit.
Hey!
All right.
Don't talk about the green die like that.
Settle down.
He's going to
I want to demoralize the dice.
put in a good
Yeah, you
weapon.
put him down.
I almost thought for a second you'd make me roll 2 metal dice. All right, so I've got a green metal dice here, which I think is a Norse Foundry one, and a nice, pretty sort of red, orange, fiery dice, which is all sparkly as well. That is the dice for this episode.
It will spell your doom.
Or it can spell your doom.
Oh.
Well, let's reflect. Last time you guys picked out some dice, there was a bit of combat. And you fought a winter wolf along with 4 awakened wolves as well. Although they were smart and ganged up, focused fire, they weren't good enough to take anyone down. And so the winter wolf died while the other wolves ran away, with its last breath telling you something about Bloodfang, which is a name that none of you recognize. From there, apart from harvesting a winter wolf, you then made it to the mines and decided to go in. And here we are. So what I will say is that you guys have made your way after 5-10 minutes through the entrance and come out into a space. And I'll read out this box text for you. Racks holding picks and hammers are nailed to the walls of this small cavern. The floor is covered with rock dust and tracks.
The tracks kobold?
You would need to inspect them.
I would.
Could I just compare the footprint size to my own?
Yeah.
Might help.
No, it's a US 8 and I'm at 10.
Survival check, and you can roll with advantage for being a kobold.
Ooh.
That's 2 and 2 makes that a 12.
I don't quite know. There's a lot of conflicting tracks here.
Alright.
Wodun's going to go over and have a look at one of the hammers on the wall and pick it up and be like, "This stupid little hammer."
So small.
Drop it on the
Is
floor.
it like a little one-handed one for like picking at something, or is it like a two-handed one for rock breaking?
Sorry, I was still laughing at the tiny hammer.
Depends on the wielder.
They look like there's various sizes. There's ones that do get used to pick at finer detail, and there are larger ones that look to be to break up rocks.
What else did you say was there? Hammers and what else?
Picks.
Picks.
Yeah.
I might
They
grab a pick.
Okay. Now, these, to be clear, these are not like weapon picks or anything like that. They are very functional tools.
Okay.
They could be used as a weapon, but you wouldn't get the same effect.
All right.
Is there a chisel? Any chisels?
If
it's stoneworking.
Roll me... If you're looking around and you're looking specifically for a chisel, roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, rummaging. 6.
It just looks like there's hammers and picks.
6 will get you hammers and picks.
I mean, it looks like this room might be sort of just the central, because it's the first place in or out. Maybe this is where they hang up their hammers and picks for the days when they're coming to and from the mine.
Can we hear anything coming from deeper inside the cave?
Perception check.
I'm going to go up the front while this perception check is going and just point it, the device down one of the tunnels and then the next one and then the next one, see if it goes faster in any of the directions.
Good call.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check as well.
I got 17.
That was for the...
Hearing.
yeah. Okay.
16.
Okay. So for the perception check, what you can hear is mostly what you're hearing is like the whistling of wind through the narrow cavern. Like you can see these narrow twisting caverns lead to your east, south, and southwest. To the east, you think you'll hear some slight squeaking sound. And the 16, was it for investigation?
Yep.
Neither of the passages seem to necessarily be stronger than the others, although you do find when you lower the device slightly towards the ground, it seems to pick up a little bit quicker.
Carnelian, have you ever been in a mine before?
Plenty.
Do you know how deep each passage has to be above the other one?
Nope, this is a human mine.
How far down do they usually like to nest?
What's your nesting depth?
Yeah, what's your approximate nesting depth?
I live in a mountain, maybe like 12 miles above sea level.
That's pretty deep relative to the mountain.
Because this is going faster when they point it down.
Oh.
Well, I guess that'd be chambers below. It would make sense for a mine.
So, any of the paths look like they're sloping downwards, Callan?
No.
Can we just do a quick check of all the paths? So Carnelian is going to be on watch because he's kind of expecting some sort of trap or mechanism or device. So he's going to be keeping his eyes out for some sort of wire or pit or like.
All right. So just in the entrances, I'll get you to do a perception check then.
I'll give you a little check on the shoulder too. Can I assist him?
Yeah, I mean, for this kind of check, you know what you're looking for, so you could give
traps, yeah.
advantage.
That is.
Did you get your guidance?
That is 11 plus 5 is 16.
You don't see any traps in the entrances of any of the tunnels leading out from here.
Are any of the 3 tunnels perhaps more well-tread than the others?
You rolled a survival check earlier and were not successful in finding that out.
Alright. So what Carnelian's going to do is he's going to... I guess we'll just pick one at random, but he's going to pull out his violin and he's going to start playing specifically some kobold music. Don't ask me what kobold music sounds like. I'm not that creative.
Okay. What does that sound like?
It sounds like music, but played by a small reptile.
It's
firmly pictured in my mind now.
No, it's K-pop.
Now that's descriptive. But you have an inspiration point if you didn't already have it.
I'll add it to the other 2.
Specifically, the point is, though, he'd be playing something that is, like, cultural. Something that, like, a human or a dwarf or, some other humanoid probably wouldn't know or care to play.
Okay, so something local to you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the only thing you've gotten is a slight sound coming from the east cave, which Wodun did hear.
The East Caven.
All right, well, perhaps we should head that way first.
I'm all for it.
Sure.
Okay.
You go first, Carnelian.
You guys can move your tokens, I believe.
I'll stay at the rear.
Well, Carnelian will
Here we
continue.
come. Whoa.
Whoa.
These roller skates.
Hey!
So you guys travel down the east cave and it opens up again into sort of some smaller sections. The floor in the east end of this dusty cave is 5 feet higher than the west end, with a rocky ridge separating the 2 areas except for slopes on either side. Picks and shovels lean against the ridge. Small gem deposits in the ridge and the walls of the cave gleam seductively.
Ooh. Just FYI, 1, I've got my light cantrip on my shield, we'll say. And 2, I think instead of moving all of us, we can just use Carnelian to represent
Yeah, that's good.
us, I suppose, until it matters.
Sure.
I also have my shield out, finally.
Okay. Alright, so
My shield and my laser gun.
Yeah, just
What the
think
That's an
about that
interesting
statement. It's entirely true.
I guess you're like a riot police? Like just aiming over the shield?
I guess so, yeah.
Alright.
Right, well, can you... if there's no other obvious passageways in this east room, I guess Carnelian will head south next.
So yeah, in this room you can see sort of like a little bit of an entrance to the south of where you are now.
Thanks,
Okay,
bro.
and some entrances now split off to the southeast and southwest, basically.
Alright. Do you want me to be making continual perception checks here? Because he is kind of keeping his eye out for...
What's your passive?
15.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Pretty good.
Alright.
I think we head to our left again, the one that hooks around to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, easty.
To the east.
Yeah.
Alright, as you hook around to the east, you hear the sound of rushing water.
This is a good sign.
Okay.
We'll head around the corner.
As you get closer, it starts going, there,
What?
нет, there.
Alright.
Russian water.
Oh, God. Oh, my
Glad
God.
everyone figured that out eventually.
Hey, I thought someone in here liked dad jokes.
I was going to say, you're not
It's
even a
Jan's
dad.
dad jokes.
She died inside,
It's so good.
and that's what it's
Jen
all
put a
about.
hood up and
She
everything.
had to take cover.
Yeah, when they have to take cover, that's when you know you nailed it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright. Yeah, water source is good. Let's
Okay.
go have a look at that.
Alright.
Are there any more
Hold that.
loose crystals or gems or anything that nothing just on the floor that's been maybe chipped off and fallen onto the ground?
Nothing that you can see on the floor. You would have to work at them with some picks. It'd probably take some time as well.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna get you to stop there. An underground river flows through the far side of this cavern, which is supported by a natural stone pillar near the water's edge. Between you and the river are 2 halfling-sized grey rodents with long tails and beady eyes. They rush to attack as soon as you notice them. Roll for initiative.
Oh, shit.
Couple of big ass squeakers.
I'm gonna put you guys
Halfling-sized rodents.
Yeah. Let's
here.
try this one. Oh, I missed. Hang on. Here we go
Try.
again. Oh.
Whoa, that was a double ridge kisser. Rim kisser.
Ooh.
It's pretty great.
Bad, yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
You need a lighter die.
I've missed 3 out of 4 dice rolls so far.
All right.
Nice.
I'm going to go around the table, starting with Svieta.
9.
9. That is the same as what you rolled last time.
Yeah.
Wodun.
19.
All right, boom. Horacio.
19.
Hey.
All right, which one of you two is going to go first?
The one with better decks.
You guys can technically choose, but yeah, sure.
Would you like to go first or me?
I think you go.
All right.
Okay, and Carnelian. Did you say 19?
16.
16, all right.
That's an upside down 9.
It's close.
All right, I am first going to reveal where these are. There. And there. And Wodun, you're first. These rats look rabid and they are rushing to attack you.
Rushing rabid rats. I'm going to shoot them with my ray gun.
Rushing rabbit rats with a ray gun.
Oh, that's pretty good. 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Do you get the red rat or the blue rat?
I'm going to go for the rat on my left, so the red rat.
Red rat.
Red rat.
I'm also going to assume you have to move into the entrance to the cavern to do that, yeah?
Well,
You can shoot and then move back.
I guess so, yeah. I'll squeeze past Horacio and Carnelian.
I felt that.
Whoop. And I'll shoot from there, and then I'll just sort of push myself against the wall after I've shot so everyone else can have a go.
Yeah, so you'd be moving there, because where that space was a wall, or you could move back to where you were, as Jen said. Alright, you did hit was it the blue or red?
The red.
You did hit the red rat. Roll damage.
Oh, that's pretty good. 12. I don't plus anything, do I? Just 12.
Just
Points
12?
of radiant.
How does a laser kill a rat?
This rat's like running straight towards us, and it just a full beam of light just eviscerates it. It's a big thing, isn't it?
It's pretty
So
large.
it like punches like a perfect little polka dot hole
Ugh.
right through the rat.
Ugh,
right through
gross.
its stomach. Like Kung Pao.
Oh, the stomach plug. Okay, do you want to move back where you were or stay there?
I might go into this little nook if you'll allow me.
Oh, wow, the nook.
Go to the little cubby.
Yeah.
Okay, that means Horatio, it's your turn. It's only one rat, but he
No.
looks pretty rabid.
He is so rabid. I'm gonna... Okay, so I'm gonna just jump out here in front of Wodun, and then I'm going to hold my Toll the Dead until Carnelian finishes. Until Carnelian finishes his turn.
Okay,
Because, yeah.
so you're effectively just waiting for Carnelian, who is your turn now.
I guess Carnelian will move in, draw his sword, and attack the rat.
Okay, do you want to move up?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't think an 8 is going to do it.
An 8 will miss.
You don't get guidance on that, do you? It's only
Nah.
ability checks. Okay.
Okay, that toll can go off if you'd like it to.
Yep.
Alright,
I just
Is-
wasn't sure.
here's the roll. Oh, maybe you have cursed the dice.
Sorry.
It is, that is a 4.
That is a failure, my dude.
Oh, yeah. So that'd be a D8, I think, because it hasn't taken damage.
3.
3, okay.
I was going to say, sorry, Jen. I was going to wait, but I knew he was next.
Yeah.
So, tactics.
Alright. The necrotic damage does surge through the rat's body, but it's still alive. Svieta, your turn.
Oh, I'm actually surprised.
Well, it would have been another rat's turn, but it sort of got lasered.
They do that.
I'll use my full movement to go up and then hit it with mace. It's 15 on the die.
Okay, that is definitely a hit.
I should have imbued it with shillelagh first. It's okay.
I mean, you can. It's a cantrip. It's a bonus action. You can shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
Yeah.
5 magic.
All right, 5. Tell me, how does this rat die?
Its skull is caved in and just blood splits everywhere.
Puff of leaves.
Yes.
just the leaves roll around its skull, and you're just left with like just a little
A little
leaf.
dandelion comes
Yeah.
out. Oh no, mushroom!
A mushroom.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the rat squeals its death throes, and you are no longer in combat.
Oh, this laser does work.
That was awesome.
Good swing, Svieta. That mace really suits you. You'll be following K-Dog by the end of the week.
I don't know what Mala will say about that. But thank you.
And there's nothing else in this room other than the water source and the rats?
You can see the water that comes from, looks like an underground source to the north here, and then leads to a narrow opening to the south.
Alright.
And it is running, so it's not frozen.
Is it warm?
You go touch it?
Yep.
Okay.
Make a death saving throw.
You touch it. It feels pretty pleasant.
Delightful.
Oh, that's actually kind of impressive, considering
cool.
it's, snowing outside.
Maybe there's a thermal deposit underneath.
Come for a swim on the way back.
Yeah.
Did you bring a towel?
Nope.
I'd want a towel off before going
No, you just
outside.
shake it off. Don't even worry about it.
How deep... Can we see the bottom of the lake?
It looks fairly clear. It looks like you could stand in it, yep. It looks like you'd probably come up to about chest height.
Okay.
So,
Can't
not
s-
Carnelian's height.
No, Carnelian would be up to his nose.
Can I see anything in the water?
Perception check.
Sure thing. So glad you asked. No, I'm not. 2 plus stuff. Like, whatever it is, not much.
Oh, wisdom.
5.
It looks like clear running water.
Thanks. Okay.
Don't be disappointed, you rolled the 5.
Alright.
Would you like me to go first?
What do you get? Are you getting
If
in?
you want to go through the water,
I don't think we should go through the water.
are you scared?
would someone carry me? But also, I don't know how well we could fit through that gap.
It's a bit tight.
We can go back.
There was another, like, if we ran out of options, sure, but there was other, like, passages.
All right, let's go.
All right, so you're moving back.
Yep.
Carnelian, if you'd like to move with your token.
Lead us, wee man.
Yep.
Oh, there he goes.
Ooh, and then we'll head south, I think, because north will be back towards the start.
Logic. His logic sound.
Oh, there it is.
All right, so what you can see as you turn around this corner is it looks like there is a ledge there that drops down about 7 feet. So if you came up from a different direction, you'd have a pretty tough climb to get up to this part.
Alright. Carnelian will still be making his presence known through the power of song.
Okay. Benches and tables are set up as a workspace where miners clean away any gemstones they find. Gravel and pebbles are strewn about the ground. Scattered across the floor are a few hammers, picks, and broken lanterns.
Alright, yeah, let's continue down, I guess. Yeah, it's the only way to go.
Once again, as you're coming around the corner here, you think you hear the sound of water.
Oh, okay.
What nationality is it?
We'll carefully peek around.
Icelandic.
We'll carefully peek around this this corner here.
Okay.
Oh,
Wooden planks and struts form a walkway along the wall of a seemingly bottomless vertical shaft. A narrow waterfall cascades down the northeast wall, and the sound of rushing water is loud in the confined space. Taking a peek over the edge, it just seems to go on far past your dark vision.
Jesus.
Any loose rocks nearby? You know the rest.
No, like there was some loose rocks in the room before.
Oh.
well,
Wait.
you could just double back and grab one.
Yeah, let's do that. Wait here.
Yep.
Drop it down and listen out for that cracky
Okay.
splash crack.
So you
Yes.
cast light on the stone and just throw it down.
Yeah, temporarily, I'll do that.
Okay. You
Thanks.
throw the lit stone down, and it just falls and falls and falls and falls until you can no longer see the light. It must be thousands of feet drop.
Hey, Svieta, how's the machine going? You reckon perhaps the Psi Crystal's down there?
Well, I certainly hope not. I'll
do I.
aim the device down into the hole.
Okay, it makes slightly more sound, but you're not getting the impression that that's the direction you need to go. If that makes sense. Like, just being lower is making the same kind of impression that you had before.
We definitely need to go down, but I don't think right to the bottom of this giant hole.
Do these wooden platforms look stable?
I don't know, do you try it?
You'll test it with a foot, but he's not going to stand directly on it because it looks like the way forward is across here.
Make me a perception check.
That is only an 8.
Seems pretty stable.
You go first, Carnelian.
Oh, I'm going to go back into the other room and grab a pick
Yep.
and just throw it onto, like, maybe the second or third bit of platform across the thing.
Okay. So you send a pick clattering across the platform, and it doesn't seem to move. When you do that, you think you hear the sound of something. Like something suddenly stopped that you didn't realize was making noise before. It was being sort of concealed by the cascading waterfall to your north.
Okay, wish me luck. Carnelian is gonna just make a mad dash across it.
Guidance before you go. That was my luck.
All right.
Me wishing you
I'll have you move to the middle of the platform.
Yeah.
before you promptly fall.
Okay. Now you said you've been making music.
Yes.
Are you still doing that here?
Yeah. He'll probably stop for the duration of the dash.
Okay.
La 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 la. She's carrying along the thing.
So as you're about midway through, you see, like on the side that faces that sort of dark chasm, 2 clawed hands hold on to the ledge, and you see a nose that pokes up. And looking down, if you look down, you can see 2 kobold faces that look up at you in surprise.
What? Hello?
Who are you?
My name is Carnelian. How are you?
Okay. We weren't expecting other kobolds. Be careful. We've been sawing the planks under here.
Jesus.
Can you not?
We kind of started already. It's okay to go at the moment. We haven't quite finished yet. And it's just like a very confused look, and then the other one goes, are there more kobolds with you?
No.
Okay. And then you see his head turn, and he looks to the entrance of where you came from. Oh, you're running from humans! Quick, get to the other side! Get to the other side!
Alright, Carnelian is going to just quickly, like, they're sawing the bridge!
Okay, and then as you go past them, they climb up after you and scramble to the tunnel. Quickly! They'll get you! And they, like, cobbling around, and you see they pull out...
Are they speaking in Draconic?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
And you see them that, like, once they get around the corner, they both pull out javelins ready to throw them.
What? No,
Carnelian's betrayed us.
Quickly, kill him!
No, it's okay. What? I know these ones. There's like a cat lady and a guy with a he doesn't have a hammer anymore.
Oh.
And
A laser.
You're lying!
and a cleric of Callan. They're they haven't killed me so far, so they're not like gonna kill kobolds.
They look sort of somewhat confused at each other. What do you mean? You can't trust people? What are you doing?
I'm looking for certain specific kind of crystals.
Crystals? Okay, but... What? I don't understand.
Who's in charge?
Oh, right, well...
Wodun's going to hear the talking and start walking across the planks. Carnelian, what's going on?
They sawed the bridge. Don't put your weight on the planks.
Yes, I saw the bridge as well. What? What do you want me to come? I'm coming. I'm on my way.
You're partway through, and the bridge starts creaking, but doesn't collapse. That... Trex is leader.
Can I talk to him?
Sure. And then they, like, turn to look at Wodun and, like, He's coming! He's coming to kill us! And they rear back to throw the javelins.
No, he's not coming to kill us.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
24.
The kobold looks at you, looks at Wodun. Wodun, have you got your pistol out or anything like that?
I do, but it's not pointed at them or anything.
He's got an alien weapon! No. He looks at you and he looks at Wodun, and you can see the fear, like his whole body is tense. His tiny, like, shoulders are all reared back, and he's just itching to throw. And then he puts the javelin down. All right. You sound a lot like Trex. Maybe we can trust you. Okay, well, get them to come in one at a time. We didn't finish sabotaging the bridge.
Okay, I'll get them to come through one at a time.
Hello. Ah! It's nice to meet you.
Okay.
Can you speak common?
I'm gonna say, because now kobolds are not just monster races. Yes, they can speak common.
Okay. You don't have to speak like that, Wodun. They can understand you.
Oh, sorry. My name... I'm sorry, I did it again. My name's Wodun. I'm good friends with Carnelian here.
Should we come across?
One at a time,
friends.
and slowly, please. Also, the bridge has got a bit of wear on it, so be careful.
Okay, so you introduce yourself, Wodun, and so the two kobolds who still have the javelins in their hands, but they've sort of like put them down to the point where they're pointing to the ground. Okay, well, I'm Scorp, and this is Thwip.
Scorp and Thwip.
And you can see they've got like hanging to their side, like they've got like normal warmer weather clothes, and you can see they've got javelins. You can see that they've got some daggers as well strapped to their sides, and you can also see some swords that are hanging off their belts.
Scorp and Thwip. Is that the noises you made when you came out of your eggs?
I find that a little bit. Is he allowed to say that? I don't think he's allowed to say that.
I don't think he's allowed to say that.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean it. Just in jest, of course. I met a dragon once. Did you know that?
That must have been terrifying.
No, we became friends. We spoke about kobolds at length.
What did he tell you about kobolds?
They're our little friends, and we should treat them with respect and dignity.
Is that a deception check, or?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, roll a deception check.
I don't know shit. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, but
Did you also roll?
that's the natural 20 on this dice.
I knew that green dice was going to be my
Reroll.
friend.
What's your deception, though?
0. It's a flat 20.
Okay, let me just check what his wisdom is. Okay, alright. He goes, oh really? And he seems to brighten up a bit, and he puts his javelin away.
Ajax was his name. Spotless cave.
That's a very, very strange name for a dragon.
Yeah, well, you should have seen him. He wasn't your average dragon.
Oh, so he was smaller?
No, he was gleaming white.
White dragon? I didn't think that colour existed for dragons.
It was a birth defect.
Oh.
He's very unique.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sure he gets a nasty sunburn.
Oh, if he ever went outside, but his cave is spotless. He has no reason to leave.
Oh, so he's just a real homebody.
Yes. Anyway, yes. Anyway, nice to meet you, Thwip.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we should take you to see Trex then.
Yes, please.
Be careful. You don't want to fall down there.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fall down there.
But the pit. Yeah. So, while this is happening, I will conjure a mage hand with the device in it,
Yeah.
poke Horatio, and, offer it to you.
Ooh.
Take a mage hand.
Oh.
I do have a mage
I didn't know
hand.
you had mage hand.
I have used it by slapping Horatio's
Oh,
leg.
right, I remember that. Yeah, no, it wasn't was it the feet that you
Mage
did it
feet.
for? Right, you slapped Horatio awake for it, I remember
Yeah.
now.
It's usually used to touch or hit me.
Out of love, it's fine. Take this and I'll catch up to you guys, I promise.
Where are you going?
I'm going to mend this bridge. Because it's freaking me out.
Understandable. I wouldn't want to fall forever.
I will catch up to you guys, though.
Alright, well, what I'll say is that, so the next room that you go into, this will just help for what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
There's a wooden pulley system that has been constructed around a large hole in the floor. A bucket big enough to hold a humanoid is held up by a thick rope, and 3 alcoves next to the lift contain wooden boards and mining equipment. So obviously, this is an elevator. It can carry 1 person at a time or 2 small creatures at a time. And it goes down a level. So if you guys wanted to utilize this one, it would probably take, I don't know, to go up and down maybe 10 minutes or so. Which, how are you fixing this bridge? Because the stores underneath are what's broken?
It's a 1 foot cube, so I assume that encompasses...
Oh, so you're just going to cast it on top and then you have to come down.
But
Okay.
it takes a minute per mending, so
Yeah,
that'll be enough
for the
time.
10 minutes. So once everyone's sort of, if you guys are going down to the next level, by the time you finish up, you'll be the last one to get onto the cart. Okay, so we're just going to use Carnelian once again to represent the party.
So, chaps, what are you doing in the mine here?
Oh, we didn't have a lot of places to go.
What, are you fleeing, or...?
Well, I mean... And he looks at you sort of like a little bit reproachfully and he says, kobolds are kind of always fleeing people like you guys.
You sound just like my friend Carnelian.
Hi, I'm Carnelian, in case I didn't make that clear.
I think you did say your name. We came this way because, well, as much as there's humans around and they don't really like kobolds, we were closer to the Khan and, well, a Yeti attacked and it wasn't safe there anymore. But Trex led us here. You know, he got us to the mine, and I know the humans weren't happy about it, but I mean, it was better here than where we were. They want their mine back, but I don't know. Trex wants something better for us.
Did you kill anyone here to
No.
get this mine?
No. We just sort of made it difficult for them to come in. We'd prefer to be in the town, to be honest. It's safer there and there's food. But I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, they definitely didn't seem to like kobolds out there.
It seems to happen to us a lot. But Trex is really smart, and he speaks a lot like a human. He knows a lot of things.
Is he a kobold?
Yeah. But he's been a bit weird lately. But he's really smart, and he led us here. And he said that if we can hold the mine for a bit, we could what's the word? And he says in Draconic, negotiate.
Negotiate.
Negotiate terms, hopefully, with the town. I don't really understand it too much, but he seems pretty confident.
The townspeople want their mine back, so he's going to. I assume he's going to exchange the mine for, safe passage.
I mean, we don't expect to live somewhere for free. You know better than anyone. We make really good diggers. We could help the miners. We could help them with this gem mine.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I think maybe. Look, I don't know much more. Look, let's get to Trex. So they lead you into this next part. Now, one key thing. So now Horacio has the device.
Yeah.
As you lower into the ground, it starts to click faster.
Okay.
And one of the kobolds, Scorp, looks at you and goes, "What's that?"
That detects the crystals we're looking for.
Oh, I've never seen anything like it. Looks weird.
To be fair, I hadn't seen anything like it before until it was given to us.
Huh. Well, I haven't seen anything strange, but I don't know, it seems to be making more noise now.
What about crystals? Any strange crystals in here that you've come across?
To be fair, we've just been trying to fortify the mine. We haven't really had much time to, I guess, look at it really closely.
Just be aware, we may attempt to make a deal with Trex, because we are seeking to take some crystals from this mine.
Oh, I mean, I guess they're not ours in the first place, so we don't mind if you take stuff. It's not really ours anyway.
You're very fair. I respect that.
So just for this room, the mechanism creaks as the bucket lift descends to the floor of the small cave where two dusty tunnels lead in opposite directions. So you're about to walk, like you got all of you in this sort of room, and you're about to walk, and if you decide to try and walk north, one of the kobolds grabs you and goes, "No, don't go that way. That way there's something wrong that way."
Quick glance at the machine, aiming down that pathway.
It doesn't seem to register any more or less.
Okay. I'll make a note of that.
Okay. Alright. They lead you around the corner, and just as you get to this room, one of the kobolds stops you again, and then whistles out ahead of you in a certain tone. And then gets a whistle back. And then he nods and then walks in. A table and chairs are set up in this area to create space for miners to take breaks. On top of the table, two kobolds are poking a giant rat with their javelins to make sure it's dead. And they turn and they look at you, and you can see, as soon as they see the humans, like the rest of the party, they raise their javelins again, ready to attack, but Scorp and Thwip go, No, it's okay. They're friendly. They want to see Trex. And they look at each other again, they're like, okay, alright, and they let you pass. You then move around,
I just want to say, these kobolds seem really nice.
Yeah.
So,
Good thing you didn't go stabbing them.
you know, I'm starting to have second thoughts about you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh,
How come you're not as nice as these guys?
Absolutely brutal.
Maybe I should build a nest of my own.
What are you going to do with a nest?
Nest?
Okay. They take you around these tunnels, and you can see there's sort of branch ends here, like spokes in a wheel. And they're obviously used like new places to dig, so you can see very fresh pick marks along these walls as they're digging in and
Still
exploring.
looking for those crystals?
And as you start moving around this corner, it starts to ramp downwards again, and you're clearly going into another downwards area. And as you're moving down, the clicking and whirring from the machine starts getting more intense. You're obviously going in the right direction.
Svieta, you're back with us now, aren't you? Because you mended
No
the...
idea.
Yes,
assumed you were.
everyone's
Oh,
together.
am I? Great.
Oh, here.
You mended the
you hold
walkway,
it.
and then you came back.
I'll hand her back the,
Oh,
the
okay.
device.
Thanks, you didn't want to hold it?
Oh, it was fun while it lasted, but it's yours.
Thank you.
So you move down to another set of walkways, and here,
Ooh.
Wodun's going to look at Thwip and Scorp and kind of be like, Have you guys done it again? You've been cutting planks on these boardwalks as well?
no, only the one at the top we were supposed to cut off and trap. But these ones are okay. We haven't cut anything through here. It's all right. And you can see that now looking down again, and if you look up, like this is the same shaft that you saw in the very top level. Like you can see that it's definitely got that cascading water down the side.
Still no bottom.
No bottom that you can see. Like you don't see that. So I'm assuming you've recast your light spell
Yeah.
on a shield.
Yep.
Now, interesting thing, as you swing down here, Svieta, the kobolds start taking you across the walkway into the entrance here across. But as you swing your device around, you're getting a stronger reading from this entrance over here.
Oh, wait. Stop.
Oh, what's wrong?
The thing that we're here for, we need to go across this pit.
What's over there?
Okay. So let me just read this for you. The tunnel's downward slope ends here and opens into a center shaft. A wooden walkway extends from its opening and runs westward to another tunnel in the rock. In front of you, a large bucket, like the one you saw earlier, dangles over the taunt rope that stretches southward across the shaft and is connected to another wooden platform 15 feet away. The only way to get across there, without having some sort of flying in your party, or maybe a big long jump 15 feet, would be to use that bucket suspended over the chasm.
How big the bucket?
When you mention like what's over there, the kobolds shake their heads. We haven't been over there. It's just kind of dangerous, I guess. We don't want to fall in. The bucket is large enough to hold one medium creature or two small creatures. So you obviously use the bucket hand over hand to get across to the other side.
We should perhaps finish up diplomacy before going looking for the crystals.
I agree.
We know where they are now.
Mm-hmm.
So as you get to the entrance of this walkway, you hear that whistle again, and a whistle back from deeper in. I'm going to say this out loud. This was slightly different than what you'd actually come across, but lurking in the dusting tunnel are three skittish kobolds. One of them carries a threadbare satchel and wears a fake pair of dragon wings, made from thin wood and tattered white cloth. This kobold immediately raises its hand. Please don't hurt us! And then they see that you've got the three kobolds, like, and they're he's a little bit confused. Like, please don't hurt us. What? Scorp, Thwip. What are you doing? And like, they're friends. Don't worry, it's okay. He's like, he straightens up his like tunic that he's wearing, and he goes, oh, well, wonderful to meet you. My name is Trex.
My name is Carnelian.
Hi.
These are my friends, Svieta, Wodun, and... Oh my god, what...
Horacio.
Harry.
Harry.
Oh my god!
Svieta, Wodun, and Horacio.
you a fan of Ajax too? I love your wings. Love what's going on here.
Well, I see you've met Scorpion Whip. You must have run across some of the others further up. Grex would have given you trouble otherwise. Behind me are two of my friends. You can see Zerk and Vought. We make up the kobolds that currently inhabit this mine.
Only 7 of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, is that unusual for a small tribe? And he sort of, shifts his head side to side, looks very sort of proud of himself.
No, I didn't know how many to expect.
Oh, well. Where do you hail from, good sir?
I come from the Spine. I come from a little... I guess you'd call it a town? I don't know. It's a small mine shaft that we live in, full of gems, just like this one.
I didn't realize there were anyone living in the Spine Mountains. Oh, that's so exciting. Well, I guess the Thwip or Scorp might have filled you in, but we are currently holding this mine ransom so that we may barter with the town. Yes?
Makes sense.
Now, I must say, it is concerning that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of you, and only 4 of us, and 5 of us. 5. So, terms are going to be difficult to negotiate for, but I would like you to take me seriously. All we ask is to be accepted by the town, and that we may hopefully work for our fair share, like anyone would, and that we could, earn our keep, as it were. Yes. Yes. We are happy to return the mine to its rightful owners, as long as we can be assured some place in the town.
I mean...
And he looks back at his friends, and they give really hesitant nods, and he's like, "Don't worry about it, it's all right."
Does it have to be Termalaine?
Well, not exact. Doesn't have to be Termalaine, I suppose. If you can secure lodgings anywhere else, we would consider it.
Sorry, while he's going back to do the thumbs up to his mates, can I just do an insight check just to try and get a read on their interaction?
Yeah, go for it.
Just because I've been travelling to the 10 towns recently, and Termalaine is by far the coldest reception I've gotten thus far. Well, second coldest.
That's saying something.
But perhaps Ker Dinaval or Goodmead might be more amenable to your request.
Oh, well, I have to say we chose this location because a gem mining suits us quite naturally, and we thought that might be the best place for a bunch of kobolds. But we are willing to consider other options if... how can you guarantee, though, that these other towns would take us in?
No, well, I can't guarantee it, but I'd say that my odds of convincing the speakers of those towns would be significantly better than convincing the speaker of this town. I mean, we can still try to convince this town speaker, but he doesn't like me.
He's a xenophobe.
Does anyone else want to say anything else?
So I got a 10 on my insight.
So all you get from that is that the two at the back seem really nervous, and that's about it from that insight. Wodun, Svieta?
Perhaps Konig might take them in, seeing as it's a dragonborn speaker and might get along with kobolds.
Makes
Good
sense.
thinking,
Makes
yeah.
sense, yeah.
I didn't actually think about that. That's really
Yeah,
good.
he's always everyone's best mate.
And he does like us as well.
He likes to drink. I think he liked us as well when he was partially sober.
We did, solve his theft problems.
We did.
Yes.
He owes us one.
And there's dwarves there as well, and you guys all like to go underground. You will get along with them.
Is she allowed to say that? I don't think she's allowed to say that. Okay, and so you see... Alright, make me a persuasion check.
Please don't make me.
Well, no,
It
the
was
main
your idea,
speaker
it
has
was
been
convincing.
Carnelian.
Yeah.
So Carnelian can make it with with Sveta's help, you can have advantage on this roll.
Give you thumbs up.
2 of these.
That's an 11, and that's a 9. That is still a 16.
Very persuasive.
Tell them his name is Trovis.
I'm still... You have to understand, I am looking after my own here. What guarantee can you have that we'll be able to integrate to the town, as it were? What can you give us, or what can you do? I mean, why are you doing this for us in the first place? I mean, you're a kobold, but you're from somewhere else. There's no reason for you to go so far.
Well, I'd rather not see you turned out into the cold, particularly during this winter. But
It's been harsh.
to be frank though, we are here looking for a specific kind of crystal. The reason we came to Termalaine is because of the gem mine. And then when we got here, I was rudely accosted about the fact that I am a kobold.
I see. A frosty reception, if you will.
That was pretty good.
Good one, Trex.
I make myself laugh.
If possible, I would like to help you, and I am willing to talk to the speaker. But if he can't be convinced, then I'd be happy to talk to some other speakers in some other towns.
Your words move me. Okay, alright. We do not want anyone bloodshed, and I think if we stayed here for too long, perhaps people less amicable might come here to clean us out. Alright, we'll accept your proposal, and we will leave the mine, and follow you somewhere. I don't understand how this is going to work necessarily.
Well, we can probably head towards...
Could we send advance word somehow?
We certainly can.
We have an animal messenger.
Yeah.
I can send them advance word to let them know that you are coming.
I see. You could do that. You would do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All we ask, my good sir, is we just want to know everything you know about energy crystals, any unusual crystals. I understand that you haven't crossed the hole at this stage, but perhaps you've come across other crystals in your time in this mine, perhaps?
I can't say that I have, although you are correct, we have not crossed over the chasm down here on the lower floor. We wanted to avoid such dangers. Perhaps what you're seeking is across the rope.
Perhaps. Well, you seem like handy carpenters, well, at least with dismantling them. Perhaps you could give the rope and the bucket the once over and just verify its integrity. We do intend to cross. I didn't mean to put one of you in there, but I just wanted you to check it and see if there's any issues.
I can take a look, yes.
Thank you.
Take a look. These kind strangers have agreed to help us. We should do some help back. Yes. So Vought scampers over to the walkway and he inspects the rope. Gives it a little twang. Okay, get out of my head, Tim. And he turns around and just goes, "Yeah!"
I like him. He's my favourite.
Do you have somewhere that we could perhaps rest for an hour before we do need to explore the cave a bit and getting a bit of we were accosted by a winter wolf on the way here.
Oh, that's rather unfortunate. Well, we could clear out the cave while you're resting. You could stay here if you wish. So we just go outside and you'll have a cart or something nearby that we could approach and...
Oh, do not approach.
Oh.
There is a ferocious guard dog.
Oh.
We'd need to clear the guard dog first, but we do have a cart. Just,
Concerning. Alright, well, look, if you wish to rest here, you can. How about I go with the rest of my companions and we'll wait for you at the cave entrance on the first floor. Yes?
That sounds agreeable.
Trex, while we've got you, upstairs, the chaps mentioned that there's something wrong or spooky about one of the caverns up there. Do you know much more about
floor.
that?
Yes.
The second floor cavern. You know
floor.
the one.
I don't know exactly, but we did lose someone going that way when we first came into the mines. So we just don't go down there.
Right. And have you ever heard the name Bloodfang before?
Bloodfang. Is it Sir Bloodfang? No. Bloodfang.
Auntie Bloodfang. I don't know. Cousin
grandfather Gorefang. No. No, I can't say that I've heard of a Bloodfang. He sounds awful.
He does, yes.
That's
Very mean.
Very strong name.
Did you have any issues with wolves getting to this mine?
Oh, I can't say we did. We weren't accosted by any. Although we tend to move very stealthily.
True.
Well, what was this guy's name who was checking the rope for us?
Vought.
I think he's done a bang-up job. I'm gonna get in the bucket if you don't mind.
Should we not have a short rest before we do that?
I'm gonna rest in the bucket.
All right. Well, let's just to keep things flowing a little bit. What I'll do is if you're finished talking to the kobolds, I'll move them out of here.
If we're going to sleep here, do we need to short rest now?
Were we taking a long rest?
Are we just doing a short rest? Was it I'm not sure. Maybe I misunderstood.
We're still no, I said I wanted to do a short rest.
Oh, in the cave? Well, they're going to wait up the top?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so he's just
okay.
going to walk through and take all the rest of the kobolds. So
Okay.
There's no kobolds.
Could be some nasties. Might be worth a short rest. Because they haven't been down there yet.
Short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The caverns where we were just speaking to these guys, is there anything in the offshoots? Like any little nooks, crannies?
So again, just like in the level above, it looks like these are the start of a new shaft that's leading slightly downwards into the mine. So they've got fresh pick marks. Looks like very few gems are exposed at this stage.
Okay.
Alrighty. Short rest?
Take
Short
a nap.
rest.
You take a short rest. And during the short rest, nothing happens.
Yay. You die.
Okay, so the bucket.
What a concept.
Don't forget to add
yes.
D6 if you're going to
Thanks,
do
baby.
any recovering.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wants to go into the boat first, at least... boat.
Bucket.
Bucket.
Wodun slept in there.
At least tie this rope around you. So in case you fall, we can...
That was a
Hold
good
me
idea.
back.
From the bucket, I'll grab the rope off you and
Thanks.
tie it up there. Good idea, Svieta.
I try sometimes.
Okay. So you get into the bucket.
No,
And
I was in the bucket
you're
already.
in the. Sorry,
I've been in the bucket for an hour.
I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be
terrifying.
redundant. You are one with the bucket, and you start just hand over hand,
Yep.
and you get across. It seems pretty stable. Whoever constructed this looked like they knew what they were doing. You get out of the bucket, and you can send it back across.
Is there like a pulley system to send it back?
You just sort of just pull the rope.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm making these
someone do it
motions
for me?
that people in audio can't hear.
I assume that actually, can it fit a medium and a small creature? Because I don't know if I'll be able to reach.
It can fit 2 small creatures or 1 medium creature. If you fit more than a medium creature,
I think
You die.
it's worth the risk to
I
save
think-
us a few minutes.
to be
Jump in.
fair,
It's
if
good.
you just sit in the bucket, the others can pull the
Ah,
rope
okay.
for you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Over the course of the next, say, if you're being careful, 10 minutes or so, you can all get across to the other side.
Cool.
Okay, now, as you get across this side, the device that Svieta is holding onto is going crazy. It is very close to whatever it is that you need.
And it's just the one pathway?
There's
Or
2.
tunnels?
There's one to the east and there's one to the south.
I guess check which. I mean, we should check both, but I guess check whichever one has just.
Sweeping the device, the path to the south seems to be slightly more active.
How's the device looking, Svieta?
More southerly, so right?
Alright,
Seems
shall
to be a
we...
bit more active.
Eyes open, people. They haven't explored this side yet.
It's just a...
Oh!
Tis but a mushroom.
Let's just search the room.
Okay. A fossilized skull partially juts out of the east wall of this small cave, 5 feet off the ground. The skull has larger than normal eye sockets, a curious ridge between the eyes, and nothing that would pass for a nose, and 4 small holes where one would expect to see teeth.
Horacio, does this look familiar to you? Being a doctor.
Oh, well, I don't know much about non-humans, but perhaps we can all have a look and see.
You don't suppose this is the skull of, what do they call it? A ceramorph?
I don't know, I've never encountered one.
That's strangely
We
specific.
encountered 2 of them a day ago. 2 days
I've never
ago.
seen the inside of one.
True. Roll me an Arcana check. Roll with advantage because you've done some study in this area. Sorry, I should have...
18.
This looks like the skull of a mind flayer, full size.
Oh.
And as you approach it, the device is going crazy. It's going
Jesus.
And then it dies.
Like, it just the fuse pops and it explodes.
So what is it, Carnelian? You're right, it looks like one of the other things, but it looks a little bigger.
It does. Let's have a look around, because the crystals should be close by. Is there, like, the rest of the corpse somewhere?
You look around this room, and apart from, like, small little glimmers of gems, there is nothing else in this room of note. And every time you swing the device away from the skull, it gets slightly weaker.
Oh. Pick up the skull?
You try and pry it out, because it's lodged into the wall.
Or should we crack the skull and maybe it's inside?
You're going to remove it first, I suppose, before we smash it. I wouldn't mind digging into the wall as well.
Did you bring a pickaxe?
What can we...
I think one of you did bring it. Actually, I think Wodun did go and get a pickaxe and threw it onto the...
Yeah,
threw it down.
Give it here.
No, he threw it on the...
go.
Oh, you took it again.
Carnelian will swing the pickaxe to try and dislodge it.
Okay.
He's done this before.
Alright, so...
I'm just going to push on the wall to see if it's like an illusion or some sort of...
It looks like it's a solid physical wall, but that's a good guess. Okay, so you swing the pickaxe and try and pry it loose, and as soon as you do, the skull shatters and falls away. And inside, a elongated crystal pops out onto the floor. It looks like it has all these ridges and nodules. It looks like a crystallized brain.
Did a little crystal poop.
And now that it's exposed, this is very clearly the Psi Crystal.
Cool, man.
Score.
Alright, fast travel back.
Do we want to check
Fast
the?
travel.
Do we want to check the other side of this? The other pathway, just in case, because nobody's been down here.
Sure, why not? Do a quick
So-
sweep.
While you guys are doing that, Wodun's going to pick up the skull and kind of try and imagine what type of creature that would belong to.
The pieces of the skull, if you had from Carnelian, look like the ones you saw, the mind flayers you saw were like little gnome sizes. You could imagine that this would come with some full size, maybe mind flayer.
Didn't you see like a book about them?
Yeah. So in the research that you did, you would have come across some some sort of descriptions of mind flayers. So this definitely looks like, if you sort of piece it back together a little bit, just a bigger version of the ones you've seen in real life.
I'll cast mending on it.
Does that work on both?
I have
guess
no
it
idea.
does.
It
Probably not.
corpse is an object.
I guess so. Oh, let's not get into that philosophical debate. You can mend it, yeah.
Cool.
You now have a fragile mind flayer skull.
Ego.
Oh, thank you, Svieta.
That's a
So
perfect
handy.
recreation.
It's pretty cool.
As you handle
Does
it,
it
you're like,
fit on my head?
as you handle it, you're like, any like sudden jolt is going to cause this thing to fracture again.
Oh, because it's a fossil, right?
It's whatever it is very fragile.
All right. Yeah. Do we want to check the other room just before we cross back over?
Do a quick sweep, yeah.
So you move back across the walkway into the other room that you can see opens up here. Sparkling geodes meet you as you enter this cavern. The gems are partially exposed in places, sticking out from the walls like glassy shards. The floor rises near the eastern half, leaving a natural ridge with stone ramps leading upward on either end.
We should head up.
We'll head back to the other point of interest in the mine.
Okay.
The spooky area with the dead cobby.
Spook zone.
So you move back up into the mine, back across. It takes you about 10 minutes to get across the Bucket Express shuttle.
The Bucket Express.
You sloping back up to the second level. You move past and you can see that the kobolds you saw earlier are now gone, and it's just left with a dead rat on a table. You then move around to where the bucket lift is that would take you back up to level 1, and it looks like it's been lowered already for you.
Thank
Thanks,
God.
guys.
Well, it looks like you could lower it from this side.
Oh, all right. Cool.
So you can now see a tunnel leading to your north. You walk in and file into this cave, and I'm going to read the description here. A hole in the west side of this chamber opens into the central shaft, letting in the sound of the waterfall. The floor in the north end of the cave is 5 feet higher than the south, with a rocky ridge separating them from the slope on either side, leading to the top of the ridge. The walls above the ridge gleam with gem deposits. As you all walk in single file, none of you necessarily notice that there's anything in here. But, Svieta, as you walk into this room, your eye is drawn to the very south side, where at the very top of this room, there is some sort of shadow that starts detaching itself from the wall. It looks like some sort of bulbous brain with a beak in its front and long tentacles flowing down from its body.
Oh, shit.
Once it sees that you have noticed it, it screeches at you, and its flailing tentacles start coming towards the party. But all that's going to have to happen next week on Reflex.
I wanted to scream back
You
at
big
it.
guy!
Big brain maneuver.
Please not a clutch devourer.
Got that big brain energy. What do female kobolds look like?
Like the regular ones.
But with eyelashes.
And big
It has a pretty pink bow, so you know.
I appreciate them doing
But
that.
otherwise completely indistinguishable.